Welcome to the Wonder Garden channel. If you are waiting for your orchid pots to bloom brilliantly right on the occasion of the new year, then right now is the golden time to start taking care of and stimulating the roots. The roots play the role of the heart of the plant, where water and nutrients are absorbed to nourish the entire stems, leaves, and flowers. When the root system is healthy, the plant will absorb nutrients better, the leaves will be lush green, the stems strong, and ready to prepare for a truly explosive blooming season. Today I will share with you a completely new organic fertilizer recipe. Simple, safe, yet extremely effective. With this care method, you will see your orchids not only bloom for one season, but continue to flower and show off their beauty all year round, creating a garden full of color and fragrance. This is the secret I always apply to keep my orchid garden fresh and full of life, and today I will share it with you. Let's get started. Today I will use about 1 teaspoon of coffee grounds. Adding it to 500 milliliters of boiling water. Then, stir well until the coffee is completely dissolved and let this solution cool completely before use. Allowing it to cool will make the solution gentle and safe for the roots and leaves when caring for the plant. The next ingredient I'll be using today is oats, a cereal that is not only rich in nutrients and good for human health, but also extremely beneficial in caring for orchids. Use about 1 tablespoon of oats. Add it to 500 milliliters of boiling water, then stir well. Oats contain plenty of B vitamins, minerals such as iron and zinc, along with natural amino acids. If you don't have oats, you can completely replace them with rice water, which also provides many natural nutrients that help nourish the plant. Wait for this water to cool completely before using it so that the solution becomes gentle and safe for the plant. For an orchid to grow lush, develop many strong roots, and revive like this, the first thing you need to do before fertilizing is to water the plant thoroughly. This step is extremely important, especially for orchids that are weak or have just finished their blooming stage. When you water the orchid before applying fertilizer, you're essentially preparing the plant to receive nutrients in the best possible way. The first layer of water penetrates deep into the growing medium, softening it and evenly distributing moisture. This process wakes up the roots, signaling them that conditions are safe and favorable for nutrient absorption. As a result, when you apply fertilizer afterward, the plant can take in the minerals and organic matter much more efficiently. Moistening the roots beforehand also prevents potential damage that might occur if fertilizer is applied directly to dry roots, which can sometimes cause burning or stress. Instead, the roots stay hydrated and flexible, making them more responsive to nutrients. Over time, this simple habit encourages faster root growth, stronger shoots, and healthier leaves, creating the perfect foundation for future flowering. Skipping this important step may seem like a time saver, but it can actually backfire. Fertilizer applied to a dry medium tends to concentrate in certain areas rather than dispersing evenly, which makes nutrient absorption difficult for the plant. In the long run, the orchid could become weaker, with slower growth and reduced resistance to stress. So, just by taking a few minutes to water first, you give your orchid a much greater chance to thrive, recover naturally, and reward you with vibrant blooms. When consistent moisture is maintained, the leaves become firmer, greener, and thicker, while strong roots boost nutrient absorption and help the plant produce healthy new shoots. Regular watering also flushes away dust, excess salts, and residues, keeping the growing medium clean, airy, and ideal for the orchid's growth. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. I will soak them in water for 25 minutes. After soaking for 25 minutes, we will take the orchid out. Upon closer observation, you'll see the reason why the plant has been slow to grow and reluctant to bloom. The growing medium has become too dirty, filled with residues and bacteria, which obstruct the plant's metabolic process. This weakens the roots, makes them more susceptible to fungal attacks, and can even lead to root rot. That's why cleaning the growing medium is such an essential step. This task only needs to be done once a month, but it helps wash the roots, remove bacteria and fungi, and at the same time, create the best conditions for the plant to absorb new fertilizer effectively. After the coffee water has cooled, strain out the residue and keep only the clear liquid. Next, add 500 milliliters of room temperature water to make the solution milder and more suitable for the plant. With the first method, we will use this mixture to wipe the orchid leaves. This is a wonderful care method for orchids that are weak or slow growing. You only need to apply it once a week. When wiping the leaves, don't forget to clean the underside as well, the spot where pests and insects often hide. Coffee has mild antibacterial properties, so using this solution to wipe the leaves will keep them clean, shiny, and help prevent the spread of insects and fungal diseases. By patiently following this method, you'll see weak orchids gradually come back to life. New leaves will grow stronger and sturdier, and the root system will develop more vigorously. The key with organic fertilizers is patience. Plants absorb nutrients more slowly, But once they recover, their growth is sustainable over time and far less dependent on chemical fertilizers. The wonderful thing is that we can make use of organic ingredients already available at home to care for orchids. This not only saves money, but is also safe for the plants. If your orchids have yellowing or weak leaves, this is one of the best ways to revive them. The leaves will regain their healthy shine, the roots will be cleansed, and soon the plant will put out fresh green growth. Young orchid seedlings, when nurtured with this method, tend to grow faster and stronger than you might expect. Because their roots are still tender and developing, small pots with a loose, airy growing medium are the best choice. This setup allows the roots to breathe freely, reduces the risk of rot, and gives the plant the space it needs to establish itself. Over time, you'll notice the seedlings growing more evenly, producing healthy leaves and maintaining a vibrant green color throughout the year. With stronger roots and sturdier growth, these young orchids will also develop better resistance to pests, diseases, and sudden changes in weather. Of course, patience is a vital part of the process. Every orchid grows at its own pace. Some will respond quickly, while others may take a little more time to show improvement. What matters most is consistency. If you continue to care for them regularly using this gentle organic method, you'll see even the frailest seedlings gradually recover and transform. Slowly but surely, they'll become healthy, resilient plants, ready to put out new shoots and prepare for their blooming season. Watching this transformation is not only rewarding, but also a reminder that with the right care and a bit of patience, orchids can thrive beautifully no matter how small or weak they once were. And with the second method, we will use this solution as a mist spray for the orchids. This is an extremely effective approach, especially for orchids that are weak or slow growing. Make it a habit to practice this method once a week and be mindful of the timing. Always spray in the early morning when the air is still cool and gentle. This allows the plant to absorb the nutrients while also giving it plenty of time to dry out during the day. Avoid spraying at night under any circumstances, because the lingering moisture creates the perfect environment for fungi and harmful bacteria to attack the plant. Just this small detail can make a big difference in keeping your orchids healthy. With regular misting, the effect on the plant is gradual, but very noticeable. The leaves take in nutrients in a soft, natural way, while the roots are gently encouraged to grow faster and stronger. As weeks pass, you'll see your orchid becoming greener and sturdier, with a vitality that lasts over time, rather than fading quickly. The most rewarding part is the transformation in the root system. New roots will begin to appear, while older ones become plump, shiny, and visibly healthier. From the base of the plant, you may even notice small baby orchids sprouting up. These little offshoots are living proof that your orchid is not only recovering, but also multiplying, a clear signal that it is truly reviving and ready to flourish again. In addition to providing nourishment, this method also helps prevent the appearance of harmful pests, such as red spider mites, mealybugs, and thrips. The leaves stay clean, shiny, and less prone to disease, allowing the plant to maintain long-term health. For orchids that are very weak, this is truly an ideal solution because the mixture is made entirely from organic ingredients, safe, gentle, and effective. It supports recovery little by little, without putting stress on the plant. Over time, the roots will regenerate, fresh green leaves will emerge, and the orchid will quickly regain its vitality. This is, without a doubt, one of the most effective ways to care for difficult orchids. It not only strengthens them, but also prepares them for the moment when they can bloom beautifully once again, turning what once seemed like fragile plants into strong, thriving orchids full of life. After the oat mixture has completely cooled, I will strain out the residue and keep only the clear liquid. This oat water will then be combined with the coffee solution we prepared in the previous step. At this point, we obtain a nutrient-rich concentrated solution. To ensure the roots stay safe and the plant doesn't experience shock, I will further dilute this mixture with 1 liter of clean, room temperature water. This solution is truly ideal for watering orchids at the base. By evenly pouring it around the root zone, you give the roots the best chance to absorb nutrients thoroughly. As a result, the roots become stronger, healthier, and grow more quickly, providing the plant with a solid foundation for balanced development. Over time, you'll notice sturdier leaves, more vigorous shoots, and an overall improvement in the plant's vitality. To achieve the best results, it's recommended to apply this method once every 14 days. You can alternate it with other types of fertilizer to make sure your orchids receive a wide range of nutrients, supporting both steady growth and long-term health. The flexibility of this method also makes it easy to adapt. Depending on how many orchid pots you have in your garden, you can simply increase or decrease the amount of solution prepared. This way, your orchids are always cared for in the right measure, neither too little nor too much, ensuring they stay lush, resilient, and ready to bloom beautifully when the season arrives. This is one of the simplest methods, yet it brings long-lasting results. Not only does it help the plant grow sustainably, but it also stimulates the emergence of new shoots and buds, preparing the orchid for a vibrant blooming season. For weak or slow-growing orchids, using organic fertilizer like this will support recovery, reduce the impact of pests, and promote faster root growth. After watering, place the plant in an area with diffused light throughout the day. This step is crucial because light helps the leaves photosynthesize more efficiently, making them lush green and glossy. With proper care, the leaves will become thicker, the plant will grow sturdier, and most importantly, the roots will be revitalized with strong new growth. Results. After applying this method consistently for a few weeks, you will notice a very clear transformation. Fresh white roots begin to emerge, clinging firmly to the growing medium and expanding vigorously. The leaves become thicker, shinier, and sturdier, showing that the plant is regaining its strength. And the most special part is this. New flower spikes start to sprout, preparing to bloom right in time for the upcoming Lunar New Year. Exactly the goal we set out to achieve from the very beginning. When the roots have been fully revived and are nurtured in the right way, the orchid gains the strength it needs to deliver an impressive flowering season. The spikes will grow longer and sturdier, carrying clusters of large, vibrant blooms that remain colorful and fresh for an extended time. This is the most rewarding outcome after weeks of consistent, attentive care, a transformation that turns your orchid into a dazzling highlight, especially during the joyful days of early spring. This way, your care and patience are rewarded not only with healthier plants, but also with the joy of blossoms arriving exactly when you hoped for, filling your home with beauty and vitality. What do you think about this method of caring for orchids with organic fertilizer made from coffee and oats? Feel free to leave a comment below and share your thoughts. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, share it with your fellow orchid lovers, and subscribe to Wonder Garden to catch many more orchid care videos to come.